this recently. I typically tend to be a little bit of an anxious person when I'm put into new atmospheres, like for example a new university. So I totally understand the stress that comes with school and any other situations that are very similar. The thing to remember about school is that it's mainly about getting a routine down. The first couple of weeks when you go to a new school or just go back into a new school year is that you have to adjust a little bit. It's normal and it's totally okay to feel a little stressed or overwhelmed. A lot of times we deal with trying to form relationships and friendships with those at school, or with trying to get to know our teachers better and dealing with many different dynamics if you have multiple professors or if you're going back to a teacher again. With that being said, I understand if you feel a little bit frustrated, overwhelmed, nervous, or anxious. You're dealing with, like I said, friendships, new dynamics and personalities in a classroom. You're also dealing with getting back into the routine of having homework, having responsibilities in your academic life. On top of that, it's also a little bit stressful to try to manage work if you're also working, or maybe you have an internship on top of work, or an internship that is unpaid and you still have to go to school full time. It's okay to feel very overwhelmed because I feel like that a lot myself. Just know that you're going to be perfectly okay. Once you get past the first couple of weeks at school, you're going to be great. You're going to get into your routine again, and you're going to feel more comfortable as time goes on. You may not notice it, but slowly and surely, you will feel more relaxed in your environment. You'll get the hang of things. You will learn how each of your teachers or professors run their classrooms, and that will give you some guidance in regards to how to go about your assignments or asking questions. Also, just know that you're not alone. I can assure you that almost every other student in your class feels the same way. The thing that I tell myself all the time when I start a new semester at anxious, don't be, because it's going to play out just the way you need it to. Also, something that I have struggled with in the past is saying no. I tend to overload my plate with tasks and activities from each professor or teachers in the past that have wanted me to help out with something. If you know yourself and you know that you have too much going on with work and school or extracurricular activities, it's okay to say no. Everyone will understand. You need time for yourself, whether that be you watch a little bit of some movies or you listen to some music, you go get your nails done, you go get a haircut. Just something fun for yourself is important. So don't ever feel guilty about setting time for yourself, okay? I know that sometimes if I have to study for a test and I go out for a little break, for like maybe a coffee or ice cream break, I feel guilty because that's time I could be using to study. However, what's best is, you know what, I'm going to study for this amount of time. I'm going to set my timer. After this, I'm going to go on a break so I can be more productive when I come back. Okay, so if you need a study tip, that's a great, useful one. So what I like to do is write all my assignments on a little notepad next to me. I start off with the toughest assignments. So the toughest assignments, maybe the most comprehensive ones that I need to work on, get those out of the way so that all I have left are the easier assignments that I can knock off my list. If I have a very lengthy assignment, what I will do is do all of the easier and faster ones first, get those out of the way so that at the end I can focus on the largest assignment overall. It usually helps my anxiety over assignments. Visibly being able to see a list and check off the list every time I complete something gives me the confidence I need in order to keep going with them. So, if you have trouble getting started with your assignments, all you have to do is get started by itself. It's okay to take breaks if you need them. It's okay to go grab some coffee. It's okay to grab some ice cream or get your nails done. It's okay to feel the way you do. If you feel anxious, scared, nervous, overwhelmed, that is okay. You're not the only person feeling like that because of school. I feel that way because of school, okay? I'm still getting used to my environment at school. I'm still getting used to everyone around me. That's okay. It'll probably take me a couple weeks, but every day I try to go in with a positive attitude, and every day I try to do something else to make me feel more comfortable. All you have to do is just focus on yourself and what you need to be successful. If you need a breather, that is okay. If you need some Starbucks before you sit down and start tackling your assignments, that's okay. Get that venti coffee. At the end of the day, you're going to be perfectly fine, and you know it. You just need to get used to everything again. So with that being said, I wish you so much luck